Oh, got a Christmas song stuck in my head. Says I am. I want to view chat. What is that? View. Oh, there it goes. Am I on? Oh, I am on. Yay! Alright, guys. Alright, so. Oh, turn that down. Sweet. Oh, that's a. Oh, cool. A few things coming in today. So, I want to show you guys my new custom lure intro. So, check it out. What do you guys think? What do you think? Think that's okie dokie? It's cold down here in the basement in my studio. 29 degrees on the other side of that window with lots of snow. So, I started this. I had something in my head. So I don't think my blanks are going to come in today, which means there's no mail for the weekend. So that's kind of a bummer. But they'll come in Monday and Tuesday and whatnot next week. So we'll get those blanks in. And my first. Okay, my first. I have one here because I have a lot of these lures. They work really, really well. The first one that I'll be doing is to try to recreate the Sixth Sense design. It's called Black Magic. That's what it's called. The green, it's got a green eye, by the way, but that's it. Now on the underbelly there's a stripe. Okay, it's green because it's got a green screen. It's actually a green stripe, and it sort of feathers off into the blue, into the black. And then at the very head there's sort of an orange. Now sometimes it's red. So there'll be a feathering of colors off of this black. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay down white, then yellow, then green, and then blue. So whenever you work colors, you go from lightest to darkest. Then what I'll do is that once the blue is laid, is that I will put masks right here to keep that blue. So when I go over it with black, the blue will stay in there. So, I mean, this way I can just peel off the mask and expose the blue underneath the black. So that is my battle is to create this. Although this is the swank, which I love swanks. I wish I can buy this type of bill. That would be great. I've never seen this bill on anybody else's stuff except for Sixth Sense, because it really just goes crazy. Got a good knocker, and this thing, this is what it sounds like in the water. Man, I have caught some big bass on this particular lure. Don't hook me. I always hook myself. So that is one that I want to recreate. Now others is sort of in the brown tone, because brown trout patterns work really, really well in my lakes. So going with the natural browns and stuff like that. this is a good pattern too. Now, this looks like it could be fairly easy, except for that brown stripe there. I have to really hold that down really good. I always hook myself. Good thing I paint without hooks on it. Alright, that's really hard. But anyway, it's a shad. That stripe is brown, by the way. Real simple. It's got the false eye right there. White, a little bit of red around the gill there. Blue on top. Feathering off over a silver onto a white body. So, sort of a pearl white. So, this one actually does really well, too. I've caught some nice big trout on this one, too. So, alright. And, alright, green. Something on the lines of this. It's hard for me to show green to you, because we're on a green screen. We have to sort of stay. Now, we can go with something real simple, like this bone. It's just a bone white. Sort of a yellow hint. Easy to do. Spray some gray up on top with a false eye. I plan on doing, if you keep it simple, simple's good. Simple catches. I mean, this one has caught my fair share of bass too. You can see that. Beautiful, huh? It's got a lot of striping on it, which I could do something like that with a comb. Just spray through the comb. Then red and yellow with a white belly. This could be, there's another swank. I love swanks. I just love swanks. I mean, if you want to get a great shallow dive, these are fantastic. Again, it's that square bill. The thing just makes this thing go crazy in the water. Talk about annoying fish. And they hit it. So, I caught a baby bass with that one. So, can't show you green. Although green will work. I mean, this is a wake bait. I don't think I've ever used this bait. It's funny when you go through your baits. You say, how come I never used you? Come on, release. There you go. Who makes this? A Berkeley bait. Huh. Now I did buy some wake baits. This is green, but you can see the stripes on it. Probably not. Real easy pattern. It's just green, dark green, medium green, just sort of a yellow, mostly yellow green, orange with some striping on this wake bait. I love wake baits. Why haven't I seen this one? I love wake baits. Go figure. But the Black Magic will be my first one. Let's see what else I got over here. Got a blanket on my I want to do some repainting too. It's cold down here, that's why. It's cold. Because I have some baits that are pretty beaten up because they've caught a lot of fish. So, primarily, my dogma. This poor guy. It is just scarred up. This is probably caught 200 bass on this bait. I know. It's just, it's really a bait that's near and dear to me. My very first bass I ever caught was on this bait. Let's turn that light down. There we go. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, that helps a little bit. But you can see it's all just scarred up. Just scarred up. I mean, this thing is... still catches. But I want to repaint this. Yeah, you can tell, right where these grooves are right here. See that groove? That's the hook. It's just the hook just carves into it right there. That's not a fish. Yeah, that's not good. Man, that's beautiful. I have caught so much on this. I mean, this is probably my favorite bait. I use it, so Dogma Threadfin Shad 115 is what this is. Now, I do have the same thing in a 100, and it's pretty well beaten up. You can tell the difference in size. It's pretty well beaten up too. I love the Threadfin Shad. And the Dogmas, you see, the Dogmas have this little cup right here. There's a cup, so it kind of pops water too. It's unlike the Mag Dogs, which this is okay. This is 130 Mag Dog, but the Mag Dogs don't have that cup. So yeah, one day when I get better, I'll repaint that. Definitely buy more of them. So there's my topwater. This is all my topwater stuff here. And oh yeah, I want you guys to know that yes. Does he have a Does he have a black magic in topwater? Yes, I do. Black magic. Yeah. Got a little schmutz on it. So, well, these are my topwater, but the Dogma 115 Threadfin Shad, fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic. So this is my deep divers. And yeah, this isn't a black magic, but it is similar to a black magic. Doesn't have the blue stripes. A common one that people love to do is Fire Tiger and stuff like that. I do have some lipless. Remember, I'm working all with ultralights. So everything I'm going to be painting, pretty much, except for some clearance stuff I got, which is 1/3 of an ounce. Everything's going to be a 1/4 ounce or lighter. Is what it's going to be. Now, this is called the Bleeding Shad, and by 6 cents. It's basically a threadfin shad, but with some blood on its gill. Gold gills, silver body, blue top. Very highly reflective. Oh, these are metallic looking paints on this one, and it works really, really well. This is my suspended one. This is my suspended. Looks like my suspended, but it's not. Yeah, it's got to be my suspended. But anyway, same thing except without the blood. So, you stick with a shad pattern. You know, it really does work well. So, still nobody on, huh? And then there are craw patterns. This is a craw pattern. This is made by Warriors. Actually, I don't know if Warriors makes one. They just brand them, but anyway, that's a Warriors one. And craw patterns work really, really well. That's a good deep diver. You can see that huge bill on it. So I do have. See, the problem about putting these baits together in whole, cutouts here is that the hooks scratch the other baits. So, very nice looking shad pattern. So, big. Look at that bill. That's a big bill. Look at that thing. It's a big old bill. Whoa! Thing. When you pull it up, it feels like you've got a fish on it because it swims like crazy. It was just, and it fights. It's just, the lure is kind of fun to fish. So, let's see. I've got so much, and I've got designs stuck in my head. Colors, patterns, things like that. Hey, Eagle Fire. Hey, dude, what's up? Me, I'm just talking baits. I'm talking baits because I'm going to start painting my own baits. And I'm focusing on little ones. 1/4 inch or 1/4 ounce and lighter. And because I love ultralight fishing, and ultralight baits, hard baits, are just tough to find. It's just tough to find. Everybody makes these. I mean, I got boxes and boxes of stuff that just is not ultralight. And so I've got 85 blanks coming. Almost every one of them except for 3. So 82 blanks of 1/4 inch and lighter, and I'm going to be getting those, and I'll be giving them away on the channel. I'll be giving them away on the channel, and selling them too. I mean, who knows if anybody wants to buy one? Let's move that over there. There we go. Right over here. This is my Taft Custom ultralight hard baits. So you're working today, huh? Oh, you got over COVID. Well, good. I'm glad you got over COVID. It can hit you hard or hit you soft, and it hit me hard, and my wife didn't even know she had it. So it's like that. So I've got, I got this weird thing. How our abdominal muscles are, your 6-pack, which have not been visible my whole life. Even when I was skinny, I couldn't see my 6-pack. But when women give birth, I swear, their 6-pack can tear, and it opens up, and in time it'll go back. Well, I got 2 3-packs. I swear I did not give birth. It looks like I can give birth, but it's been years, and it's time that the doctors need to go in and sew it up. And so we got to get that taken care of, next year. And you know how I do with surgery, so I got 2 3-packs. That's good. Well, it's nice to be young, you. It's nice to be young. You have as much health problems as me and old. I mean, although my wife, she's healthy. So my son, he's 17, Russell, and he was up last night throwing up. So, dad's dad, got to be with your kids when they're not feeling well. We were going to go over to some friend's house tonight for dinner, but with Russell sick, that ain't going to happen. So, but yeah, he didn't have a good night. Poor kid. You know, I boycott throwing up. So it's like I do anything and everything not to throw up. I drink Pepto-Bismol like by the bottles, and I sit upright. You know, I don't sleep laying down. You know, whenever I'm feeling nauseous, you know, there ain't no way. I've thrown up one time since 1984, 83. That's when I had pancreatitis. So, and then the next day I was on life support. So I had a good excuse. Well, yeah. Well, see, 50 is when it all falls apart, buddy. Sorry to say, I was fine at 49. You better strap in. That's what you better do. Yeah, it's I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm 57 now, and last 7 years, you know, you've gone through it with me too. You have. You know, it's just been a terrible 7, and I'm a lot older now than I should be at 57. So, but 50, it's 50 and a half that'll get you. That's when I was on life support for the first time. So I've got I just need my blanks. I've got everything over here at my paint station, and everything's pretty much ready to go. And you know, I already know how to. I know the strategy. Where are you? Where are you? Where'd it go? I got it. This problem with so many lures. Oh, there it is. But see, this will be my first one. It's black with blue stripes with a yellowish green underbelly with an orange head underneath the chin. Or red. But this is one of my most successful baits that I fish with. And this pattern, you know, because I'm working with white, yellow, green, blue, and black. So 5 colors on this bait. So 5 colors. And you just layer, understanding, okay, where you're going to go. And then the blue, and this is just mask, you know, pieces of tape that I'm going to cut. And or I'll use liquid frisket, and I can just paint it on there, which I'll probably do. I'll probably use liquid frisket with a fine paintbrush and just paint it on there. So that's what I'll do there. But that is one of my favorite baits. And then can't show you green because we're running a green screen. But green works really, really well. And in my water, you know, in my waters. But so do browns. I know you don't see too many brown baits, but Sixth Sense has this pattern called the Gizzard, and I have a lot of Gizzard. Where is it? Is it in? Oh, let me get one. I think it's in my to-go boxes. Pond hopper box. Yeah, okay. It's in my pond hopper box. This is my to-go box. This is the one I usually keep in my truck whenever I go wherever I go. But that right there is called the Gizzard. Now, it really is cool because the scales are reflective. They're holographic. I don't know how to do that. I think it's a film. is what that is. It's got to be. You can't paint that. But I'm going to figure out how to do that. Maybe buy some holographic film and wrap and then paint over it, I think. But that is a really cool pattern. It works really good. So yeah, this is in my to-go box. Oh, here's my suspended. Here's my suspended. Neat thing. Yeah. The thing needs to be repainted too. Neat thing about a suspended lipless crank, it only goes down 3 feet and it's got a neutral buoyancy. It stays there. And of course, what is a crackle box without a black magic in it? It's black magic. Very small lipless. Or not lipless, but square bill. Really cool. But you can see real simple pattern on it. I'll just take some liquid frisket and just slide it down. And just slide and just use a paintbrush and liquid frisket is a liquid masking, and that will be really good. And here's another brown pattern that works. Again, this is my to-go box. This is my box of my favorite patterns. And again, brown. Brown works. Brown works. By the way, scales are easy to put on. Real easy to put on. Now the holographic ones, that's got to be a sticker. So, yeah, so real simple. You got to keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. And then as I get better, I'll learn more techniques and get better at it. So Eagle. It was so funny. It was if you're still on. I don't know if you're still on. But I went on this morning and started Vega, and I go on it all the time. But the Solstice one, I don't know if I can get 100,000, points. Yeah, it's just nickel and diamond it all the way up. I only got 10,000 now, so. But would love that ship, that pre-fit. So, but that's this time of year, we all have our favorite Christmas memories, even though I don't celebrate Christmas anymore. But I was raised celebrating Christmas. And my my mama, and I've told this story more than once. My mama was very unselfish. Raised us by herself for most of my life. My dad left when I was 4. We were being evicted all the time from house to house. We were poor and didn't have anything. Mom worked in bars, but yeah, well, I know. No, I don't have ships that can beat more than a 120. So I can farm 120s, but I can't do better than a 120. For those who don't know, Vega Conflict, something Eagle Fire and we go way back. Half a dozen years playing together. Been on the same team, and when we're buds. We're gaming bros. And so Vega Conflict has gone through so many transitions. Now, I think, what company owns them now? I forgot. But anyway, good game, good space game. But I do miss the days of simpler times, because we would do raids and we would get a bunch of ships together, players together, and go into another sector and attack another sector, and then they'd attack us, and it was just so much fun. Nowadays, the Vega Conflict is a lot of farming and defensive. We are seldom ever the aggressor. In the old days, we would trade off being aggressive. Yeah. Well, I did try 136 this morning. I did try 136 this morning. Didn't do too good. Again, my ships just aren't tough enough. I don't have elite ships, but I always have the latest. I always get the latest blueprints and stuff. But I really want that pre-fit. Oh my gosh, things got defense of like 1.7 million or something. It was ridiculous. I think it's just stay in a battle forever. I want that ship, so I'll work the game this weekend and see if I can't get up to 100,000 points. So it's going to be tough, though. I'm going to use a lot of ships. Could just buy it. No, I don't want to buy it. I've spent, this studio, I put a lot of money in. This is my anniversary, my 35th anniversary present is this studio. And, the paint station, my baits, paints, all that stuff, airbrushes, compressors, stuff like that. All that. This all about $1,000, a little more, for this studio. I built these walls and painted it and carpeted it, and I did it. Which alliance aren't you guys in D-Star? You guys aren't in D-Star with me, are you? Where are you guys at? What's your team's name, Eagle? There's a delay between when I see this and you get what I respond to. Aren't you D-Star? Mad Dog is our leader in D-Star. Put down your name of your team. I can't remember. Like I said, I go in, I farm, I get the latest tech, and then But I miss the days when we would just attack. All of us would stage in one area, and we would go in and we'd just basing everybody, and they'd be defending, and we'd try to hit the Russians when they were asleep and get all their medals. It's just so funny. You are what? I am. I am what? Let me see. Let me type in chat. What team are you on? Try to... Did I leave your team for some reason? Or you guys leave me, or what? There ain't no such thing as Space Hunters no more. I still do War Dragons. War Dragons is... I just passed 500 on my base. Bam. I have a bad base now. Yeah. I don't spend money on these games anymore. Spend money on fishing. Boy, I can't tell you back in the early days how much money I spent on Vega, though. $1,000 a year, something like that. That was crazy. Your team's name is I Am? That can't be right. Let me see. View. Let me put in my... Oh, no. I don't want that. I want... Okay. View, doc, chat up here. It's not real time up here, though, is it? Mad Hunter still does that in our alliance. What alliance are you in? Yeah, this chat in OBS is not... I know. Gotta do this. I am in D-Star. Okay, I'm in D-Star. I thought so, too. Well, I don't see us arranging. I'm in D-Star, so I don't see us being the aggressor anymore. I mean, maybe I've missed it. Maybe I've missed it because D-Star, I mean, I'm in D-Star, so we're still together, but we don't play. I mean, I wanted to. Yesterday I felt like in the mood and was like, and so I threw a small ship, an old timer, and I just wanted to. I can't compete with these, post 100 fleets because they'll come out with one beast of a ship and I'll have 6, and my 6 ships will get destroyed. But I can take out a frigate, an old frigate. Oh, there's an aggressive alliance. DJS. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that explains that. Thought I was missing something. Well, I guess I am missing something, but I'm not in DJS. You think DJS would throw up a flag, and say, hey, D-Star, let's all get together. Let's do it. That's fun. I mean, man, those were fun. Those were just a lot of fun. Nowadays, basing is really hard because our bases are tougher than they've ever been with these sentry ships. It sends out multiple fleets of sentry ships. I mean, they're beating you up while you're trying to get a module. Oh, okay. Death jokies. Well, there's been a lot of heat lately. I mean, we're parked right now on that planet. I mean, there are Skull, I think, is an alliance that is just kicking our butts if we poke our head out. Although I didn't have a problem this morning, but yesterday they were parked right outside our planet. But they are. And I hate that. I hate it when I go to make farm points and then I don't make it there because, I'm engaged by somebody else. Which, I want to be, but it just wasn't what I wanted at that moment. I don't mind fighting somebody, but their ships are so much better. It's like I just, I scratch their paint before they kill me. And I feel happy that I scratched their paint. So, I don't know. Right now, my lake is like, it gets ice, thin ice. I get all excited and then it just melts away. Thin ice melts away. Thin ice. I want to go ice fishing, but I can't go ice fishing because there's no ice. This is my ice fishing box. Bam. Awesome box. This is it. This is my ice fishing box. I want to go ice fishing. I want to go fishing. I want to go fishing so bad. Well, maybe I'll just go up to the lake and break what little ice there is and paddle out there into the cold water and see if I can't pull up some fish. I don't know. Yeah, we're getting snow every day right now. I mean, there's a lot of snow. And I've probably got, at the end of today, we'll probably have about 2 feet on the ground here, at our house. So if you ever wanted a white Christmas, I go, this is it. I take the kids sledding, but they're just, one's sick. Who knows about the rest? So did you see my new custom lure intro? This is my new custom lure intro. By the way, the fish right there, right here, that bass, I animated that. That's one of my models. In fact, all these little fish swimming by, those are my models. There's a pumpkin seed sunfish. Bye, little pumpkin seed sunfish. So yeah, I did the bass, and I animated that, and I did it at 15 frames per second. So it's a little glitchy, but I kind of liked that effect instead of 30 frames a second. I do have some animation of 30 frames, but at 15 frames, I kind of like that, and it's coming down. So it looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Did a lot of ice fishing last year. It hooked me. I'm telling you, there's something so much fun about ice fishing, because you drill this 8-inch hole in the water, and or in the ice, and you just start pulling up fish. They hit it, and they hit it so softly that you have to be very cognizant, and they are really good. I mean, it is so much fun to pull a fish out of the ice. Yeah, well, 60s would be nice. It's 29 degrees outside right now. So, and it's snowing. So, anyway. 29 and snowing. Yeah, we're not going to get above 35 today, I think. And not even that high. And it's going to get colder tomorrow and stuff like that. So, it's I wonder if my little girl had to go to work today. I wonder if she's upstairs. I forgot to look when I went up there. I don't know if they did a 3-day weekend or something like that at their doctor's office. Thanks. I like the intro. It's just simple, 10 seconds. You know, I've done so many intros for my regular station that I love this one. This is real brief. This is just sort of like a logo. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Yeah, when I'm bored, I animate, do stuff like that. But I really needed one for my TAF, my Terrible at Fishing Customs, and for my. It's just going to be the signature portion of this TAF custom that I'm going to put on a water transfer acetate, and that'll be on the bottom of my lures. So that'll be my signature at the bottom of my lures. And TAF Customs, actually, if you notice, it's sort of in the shape of a fish. So it comes down and then the body. So that'll be on my lures. So, custom lures are, well, they can be expensive, $30. And I'm a very affordable guy, except for when I do stuff like this. I figured my baits, it'll cost me about, of material, about $4 to do a bait of materials. And even using mustad hooks on it. And, sell them for 10, something like that. Again, they're ultralights, and it's just not a lot of ultralight stuff out there. So for an ultralight guy to get one, I mean, I'll be giving one away a month, or maybe 2 a month. And we'll get them out there. Get people to catch fish on them. I'll be catching fish on them as soon as, I can. I haven't gone fishing in 2 weeks. I know. I'm going nuts. Oh, they're crazy. I need to get out there and fish. Oh, talk about eagle fire. Oh, eagle. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Here's a video you gotta see, because in my book I have a ship called the Eagle Fire, which is named after you. Where is it? Trailer. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, no. That's not it. Come on, Mike. What did I do? Trailer. It's right there. Okay. Okay, the Eagle Fire. Look at that. So Eagle, this is your ship. I want you to know that that's your ship right there. Look familiar? I created the ship. And down at the very bottom, I'm going to pause it on another one. That's the Eagle Fire. It's a huge carrier, and it really is the... okay, you can see the very, very bottom. There's an ecopod, and it's a whole beautiful, forest and stuff like that comes into play in book 2. And but that's the Eagle Fire. And if you see it, I don't know if do I have a front view? Oh no, this is the back view. That's the back view. Do I have a front view? Oh yeah, here. Oh dang it. Oh, it's a bad angle on it. It's a bad angle. But this ship is named after you, Eagle. I actually put huge bays in it. And the bays are got ships and stuff like that. So on a front view, you can actually see the bays. And if I animate it, I can actually have workers in there and stuff like that. And of course, the Eagle Fire is one of the coolest ships ever. And it's a carrier for that matter. And I like what I designed in the Eagle Fire. So, very cool. Anyway, that's in book 1, and it's also in book 2, much more. And it really makes a very good spin-off. If I did a spin-off off of the Phoenix series, there would be an Eagle Fire series, a YAG Coalition series, because they are the police force for the galaxy, for the universe. The known universe of their time. And now I put in book 2 on the Eagle Fire a warp drive in order for them to help us fight the bad guy, Paul Orion, in Orion Rising. And this is a really cool ship. So, Eagle, you left probably. But this is your ship. This is the ship named after you. And of course, Primus is actually the captain of that ship. Which, we all know. I mean, you guys know from a lot of the names in my book are people I know or players that I've played with. And so from Vega Conflict, he mentioned Mad Hunter. Okay, the Mad Brothers are in book 1. They're the bounty hunters. And so they're in there. I got almost everybody in there. I had a hard time finding Donkey in space, though. Because I do have, I love Donkey, but tough to find, put a donkey in space. So, that is a very cool. Anyway, that's your ship. That's your ship, Eagle. I should have showed it to you when you were on. So, if you're on, if you just jump back on, Eagle, back it up a little bit, because this is your ship. This is your ship, the Eagle Fire. So, for all you guys that watch me regularly about fishing, I do like gaming. I play 2 games: Vega Conflict and War Dragons. And Eagle Fire, the guy who's been on today, his name, I named the ship after him. And so it works out really well. Eagle Fire Phoenix Saga. Yeah, that is a cool ship. It really is a very cool model. It's got, I don't know if you can see it. Do I have, right. Oh, you know what? In this model, this was an early model. There's no guns. No artillery here. On a new model, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I know I got it. Let me try. Grab an image. Eagle Fire finished. Whatever. I don't need to spell it right. Let me see if I can find it. Eagle Fire. I'm going to go into documents. We'll go into an unfinished, just the, because I know I got it. You're going to love it. All right. Here's my Eagle Fires. So let me see if I can find a good angle on it. You know, this has got the bays. Oh, this is Eagle File fronts, bays. This is the back. Oh, you know, there's the sanctuary down there. What does this one look like? Okay, this is cool. This is cool looking. All right. Eagle Fire. We make it much smaller because these images are huge, so you can actually see it. Oh my goodness, it's really a big image. All right, okay, you can see the guns on this one, although I'm going to put it over me so you can see it better. So, all right. So on this Eagle Fire, I don't blame you. Well, you missed a lot. So, so this is the Eagle Fire finish. So I put guns on it, huge offensive stuff, and just so you know that what you did miss was the trailer featuring "You're the star of the show, buddy. You're the star of the show." This is the Eagle Fire Phoenix Saga. Anyway, this is you. This is the Eagle Fire. This is before I put guns on it. So, this is before I put guns on it. And when I put guns on it, you know, I had to give it some offensive capabilities. So this was one of my first ones. So this is your name up in lights, bud. You knew I named that ship after you, you know, in book 1. This is the ship. And I finished this ship a little while ago. It was a tough model. I mean, mind you, this is a 3D model. And let's go back. Let me show you let me show you this. This is really cool. You're going to like this. Eagle Fire, the Sanctuary. Oh my God, it's so big. These are big files. You gotta make it smaller to fit. All right. Okay. So this right here. On the bottom of the ship is the sanctuary, and the sanctuary, that is a 3D environment. It's huge. So you kind of get an idea of how big this model is in my my program. But this sanctuary that I've got here is a full 3D environment. And it's got the landing pads on here, so a person can actually come and dock right on that if they want, you know, for a vacation. But in the ship itself too, that you can come down to it, and it's got trees. You can actually see some trees in there, and you know, we got rivers and water and stuff like that. It really is an amazing thing. Really is amazing. And then of course the ship. This ship is so cool. These bays, you know, the yellow on the horizontal, those are bays. Now I've got another image that I have. Let me see. It kind of shows you the bays. Let me see. See if I can find it. Where are you? This is the front. It's with background. That's the front. I want the back. Here it is. Maybe. No, I want the front. I want the front. Oh, I got it. Maybe I need to do another render, a close-up of the bays. Here's the front. Let's see if that... Nope, doesn't have it either. So, alright, well, c'est la vie. I'll have to do another render, because I don't have a render of showing a close-up of the front bays. So, anyway, this is a big, giant model. The big giant model. That's the Eagle Fire. Your name lives in infamy, Eagle Fire. It just does. Because in these two books, bam, the Eagle Fire lives on. Just does. So, Phoenix Rising, Orion Rising. Buy my book. And it's only $2.99 and $1.99 or something like that. Something like that. It's $3 an ebook. I mean, throw me a bone. I'll take the $1 or $2 or $3. God knows I need it. So anyway, I'll buy the book. You know, I think I got the Phoenix Rising's at $7.99 on special, and then $9.99 for Orion Rising paperback. And then I only have Orion Rising in hardcover. You know, I love the way my covers turned out. I really do. This is the hardcover. And this one I think is $19.99, which I think is a pretty good deal. But then again, I wrote them, so of course I think it's a pretty good deal. So Eagle, I hope you saw that. If not, rewind it and tell me what you think. Because that is a cool ship. It really is a cool ship. I like this ship. I like this ship. That's a cool ship. I mean, that is a cool ship. Not easy to make. Yeah, you know, when you make models, I mean, you're pulling and stretching and doing. I mean, it's like a piece of clay, digital piece of clay. Cool. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. But when you build a model, I mean, you start out with a block, is what you do. It's just a square block, and then you squeeze it and you pull it and you stretch it and you push it in and you just. I mean, literally, 3D modeling is no different than working with a piece of clay. No different, except there's so much more I can do with it. So with this one, you know, I can add different textures. I could add different different surfaces to it. I can divide it up easily without breaking it. You know, so you know, and there I can add things. I can create the sanctuary, that ecopod at the bottom, and then add that onto it as a separate model, which it is a separate model, and all these things. You know, the gun, I can make that separately and then put that on there, and just all these different things. And then with the bays, which I did not. I will do that today. I will render a close-up of those bays with ships in them, because it's really cool. I know I did it, though. I know I did it. I have no idea. You know what? I'm probably... Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. I got to go into my G drive. And because I did it... There's the Eagle Fire. Which, by the way, I've got shirts on my store with the Eagle Fire being featured too, Eagle. So very cool. You can wear your honorary ship on your shirt. Where is it? It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. Come on, man. Gotta be right here. Yeah, you're featured on my movie poster too. This one's featuring the Eagle Fire. Okay, so this is cool. This is gonna be way too big, so okay, this is gonna cover my face a little bit. So, all right, so. In this picture, you can see the bays in the Eagle Fire. So, how you doing, Barefoot? So in this picture, right up here, you can see the bays in the Eagle Fire. And let me see if I can make that bigger. Of course, I can make it bigger. All right, so up close, so you can see those bays. They're open bays. They're huge. This is a 3D model that I created. Good morning. And I just let's make them bigger. Make it bigger, Mike. Zoom it in. So there you go. Big bays. Bigger. So those are the bays. So you can see there's some ships in there and stuff like that. It's just really cool. I mean, this is a massive ship, and that I created. So it's pretty cool. It was really cool. I mean, it's like my lakes don't know what to do with themselves. It gets ice, and then it thaws, and it's ice. And it's like, last year I went out on the thin ice, and I was fighting, floats of ice, with my kayak, going around them, breaking them up, stuff like that. So this year I thought I'd just wait until it got thick enough, but it's not thickening fast enough for me. I really thought by Christmas I'd be on the ice fishing, but obviously that is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm to the point where I might just go take my kayak out and use it as an icebreaker. Although, when my blanks come in, I will be painting, lures. And that'll keep me busy, fishing oriented, and like I said, the Black Magic is going to be my first lure pattern that I'm going to paint. And I used to do airbrushing a long time ago, way a long time ago. And I've been practicing, as you guys can tell. So, and let me take these. Whenever I add images, I got to remove them because it just. I have a control panel here that. There we go. There we go. What is this one? That's a movie. Must be, Ring Rising Ring. Okay, yeah. So, but I'm going to be painting lures next week, and you guys will be joining me if you want. I have a new playlist on custom lures, so you can just go to that playlist and And then as I get better, and as I get what I want, I will be giving some away. And I'll be giving more books away, too. I'll be giving more books away. So, we're going to, I think Funk won the last set of books. And, these are my space adventure. And he'll be getting his Monday. I tried to get it there before Christmas, but it didn't happen. So he'll be getting his Monday. And I'm going to give another set of books away. And see what you guys think of that. And we'll be giving... Oh, I will be giving... Oh, this away, too. The 3,700 Monster Bass box with my sticker on it. These are waterproof, sealed, 4 clips on them, so you can see the 4 clips. And it's got an O-ring in it. So, fantastic box, by the way. No, I'm sponsored. Actually, I'm on their pro staff. I'm on Dark Horse Tackle's pro staff. So if you use Rufino Pro 10, you get 10% off on their, here it is, Weekend Warrior box on their first month. And but yeah, I love Dark Horse Tackle is so cool because you like my I have a lot of I like Dark Horse companies, and Mule. Let me put him over here. This company is a Dark Horse company, even though they're not in Dark Horse. A Dark Horse company is an American company, American-made, entrepreneurs. Oh, by the way, Mule, that guy Ethan, he's going to be on my channel. I'm going to interview him next month. So it's going to be really cool to have Ethan on, because I really love his stuff. And, I have, these are Mule Donkey Tail Juniors. They're fantastic. And I have a lot of Mule stuff. And my 1/80th of an ounce jig, these guys, I know, 1/80th of an ounce. Those are Mule jigs. So, I used to be terrible at fishing barefoot. I used to be. I mean, I couldn't catch a tree. And now my channel is really designed to teach people who are terrible to not be. My Not Anymore series is excellent. True beginner series. I mean, how to tie a knot, how to set a hook, how to remove a hook, things like that are in that. I mean, really good series. No, I've caught over 1,000 bass just this year, and that's just bass, let alone the trout, the crappie, the perch, and all these other fish, and different trouts, and all this other stuff that I've caught this year. So I've gotten a lot better, and I've and now I'm going to start making custom lures, and the lures are going to be fantastic because they're all going to be ultralight. They're little lures. I love ultralight fishing. There is nothing better than catching a big fish on light gear. There's nothing better. Ask guys that are fly fishermen. They have a 2-pound tippet and they're catching a steelhead that's 15 pounds. 20 pounds. I mean, on a 2-pound tippet, you basically, I mean, the fight is incredible. There's Father Christmas. He always stops by. So, and we all have terrible at fishing days. Even I do. I mean, we all have terrible at fishing days. And I just, we share that in common. So, the terrible at fishing is, in my email's terrible at fishing 2019. And it's because in 2019, I was terrible. I mean, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I caught my first bass. So in 2 years, I've gone from my very first bass I've ever caught, and I used to go bass fishing all the time, could not catch a bass. Catch everything else, I wouldn't catch a bass. And now this year I caught over 1,000. So it just takes a lot of repetition and trial and error. And there is one of my, that was him. He comes in and says good hi, and then he leaves. But I will tell you one thing. There is a how to catch more fish. That video talks about the presentation of the bait. So, when you throw a bait, you could throw the same bait as somebody else in the same spot, yet he'll catch them and you won't. Here's one of my favorite baits to go bass fishing. It's a bladed jig. It's a bladed jig, pumpkin, green pumpkin, with a chigger craw by power bait on it. And in that video, you'll see me use this. So in about 6 minutes, you'll see me teach you, and in one shot, you'll see me land a bass. Because it's not what you throw and where you throw it, it's how you retrieve it. And it really is how to present this to a bait to where it makes it attractive. And that is the trick of fishing, besides patience and money. So hard baits are expensive. They just are. I mean, this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. This is about $250 for that box. One box. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. One box. I got a bunch of them. Yeah, well, you're right about bladed jigs are fantastic all times of year, but this time of year, work them really slow. You get a really good one in the DHT box this month. This is one of the best ones that you can get. Oh, wait, that's not it. What did I do with it? Where is it? Let me see. I think this is the one. It's a white one, though. Now, you fish this in clear water. And, a bladed jig, I mean, they're just magic. And a good bladed jig activates when you reel it in real slow. You don't have to reel it in real fast. Because the slower you can work it, the faster you'll catch a fish. Really good. Really good. Put a good trailer on that, which is white or chartreuse would be good. Or a white chartreuse one, which I do have somewhere up there. Oh, it's up there somewhere. My tackle wall's looking big. It's got a lot of stuff. It's probably in my plastics box. I have a binder with plastics in it. So I don't use Bass Forecast. No. For apps, probably the best app I have for fishing, is called iBoating. iBoat. And Anyway, it's called eye boating, and it gives me the topographical information of all the lakes in my area, actually in the United States, and I can go ahead and just pull that up. I can see the floor of the lake, and so when I go to this lake, I know where the dips. And even though I've never been to the lake before, iBoating is actually it's a free app for one thing, and you can download one free segment. So always download the one that you fish in all the time around your house. So you download that one. So it's free, and you'll see the topographical information of all the stuff at the bottom of the lake, and that'll help you out a bunch. I should do a video just on iBoating, because let me see if I've got a picture. I know I got a picture of iBoating image, because I've done screen captures on it, and see if here. Okay. Is that it? Net map wrapper, my topo? No, that's not it. Well, maybe I don't have one in my computer. It's in my tablet, probably. But iBoating is an app that I would highly recommend to people, especially if you've never fished a lake before. I would tell you to get that. I really would. Oh, you did a video on bass forecasts? I'll have to check it out. In my neck of the woods, I live in trout country. This right here is, Southeast Oregon Oregon is a trout state. Steelhead fishing, winter steelhead is just starting. Chinook, salmon, just starting. And they're just starting to hit. Southern Rogue, I'm hearing really good things about the steelhead. I've never gone steelhead fishing besides one time, in the 80s. I went fly fishing and floated the Yuba River with a buddy. And neither one of us caught, we caught other fish, but we didn't catch a steelhead that day. And but we floated it for 2 miles, and it was nice. It was a beautiful day. But I want to go steelhead fishing. I've got a good rod for it, and if I can, I would love to land. But steelhead fishing, the hot spots, fishermen line up, okay, and they have it's like a water ballet, a fishing ballet of these guys throwing them out, not tangling with the other guy, pulling them in and stuff like that. And it's just, I'd be scared to death to join the lineup. I really would. In fact, I'd be afraid they're going to beat me up. They're very territorial. So, but I need to do some steelhead fishing, because it just sounds. I would love to catch one, or a Chinook salmon. I would love to catch that. And if I go over to the coast, which is 4 hours from here, I could, there at the mouth of those rivers, there's some real good Chinook. So, I don't know. It's a matter of driving 4.5 hours. But maybe I can find somebody to go with me. I don't know. But I'd love to do it. I really would. I'd love to pull in a big old Chinook. That's good eating. Oh, smoked salmon. Oh, this is awesome. Never caught a steelhead. Our trout get to about 10 pounds here in Klamath Lake, which is in my backyard. But they're smart. Gosh, they're smart. I hooked one, and I have a video of it on my... And I hooked it, and you'll see it jumping, and then I lost it. I was so mad. I lost it. On just a black rooster tail. Little thing. So upset. So upset. Finally caught a big one like that, and I lost it. Well, the bass in Oregon are not very big. The biggest bass I've caught up here is 4 pounds. And, it's a good-sized bass. Big, giant mouth on it. And you'll see a video of it on somewhere on my channel. But, like I said, this is a trout country. This is trout country. And the bass can get big here, but they're not normally big. I mean, your average bass is going to be 2 pounds. I mean, that's what you're going to catch all the time. And so I caught 1,000 bass, but nothing really big this year. Just a lot of 2-pounders, 1 pound, 2-pounders. And they're fun, especially on ultralight. And that is why I've fallen in love with ultralight fishing here in Oregon. Because I can catch a 2-pound bass, especially if it's a smallmouth. And I catch a lot of smallmouth. And if I catch a 2-pound smallmouth on an ultralight rig, it feels like a good 8-pound largemouth on a medium rig. And it just makes fishing so much more enjoyable here in Oregon. And basically I had to adapt my gear to my surroundings. Now, if I still lived in Modesto, and worked Don Pedro and the Delta in that area, I can be happy with my mediums and be pulling in 7, 8, 9, 10 pounders. But I live in Oregon, and 2-pound is an average. And so I'm pulling in 2-pounders all the time, and they're fun, especially if they're smallmouth. Smallmouth have a 3-to-1 fight, weight to fight ratio. I mean, a 2-pounder fights like a 6-pounder. I mean, and then if you're on, a 6-pound test or a 4-pound test on an ultralight, you got to play that thing. You can't rush it. There was one time this year I was in my kayak and I hook into a beautiful smallie and with my ultralight gear, and I'm fighting for like 5 minutes, and there's this bass boat out there watching me. There are 4 kayakers. I got a stadium of people watching me fight this smallie, and I'm fighting for 5 or so minutes. And it's I'm trying to wear it out, but but I get impatient. I got impatient with it, so I tightened my drag a little bit too much. Snapped my line. And that's what happens. And that's what makes it fun. If you kind of give the fish a fighting chance, and your odds of losing are greater than if I threw my extra heavy out there with a top water with 40-pound braid, and I could just set that hook and just reel them in. All right, I know I'm going to win that battle. I know I'm going to win it. But if I throw my ultralight, my BFS or my ultralight spinning out there, and this is really light line, and it just makes all the difference. Which one am I going to enjoy more? My extra heavy with 40-pound test on it, or my ultralight with 4 or 6-pound test on it? It's really going to be my ultralight. That's actually what I'm going to enjoy the fight more, because a fight can last 20 minutes with a big fish until you wear it out, and I can get it up to the side of my kayak and scoop and pull them in. And there is no better angling experience than kayak fishing. I've done all the other experiences. And when it all comes down to it, when you're sitting on the water, eye to eye with that fish, and you're fighting it, the best angling experience is going to be on a kayak. Hands down. Ask anybody. I mean, you may not. I mean, I have horrible lungs. I have oxygen on my kayak. I mean, I'm a sick man, but I get out there, and it's good for me. Boats are exhausting. They're expensive. Kayaking is not that exhausting. All right, buddy. Take care. Ton of lakes, but lots of ponds. This panhandle of Florida, they get bigger. Yeah, well, you go to Lake Okeechobee or Okeechobee or whatever that lake is. Yeah, I'd love to fish Florida. I really would. That'd be fun. I'd love to fish Florida. Been to Florida one time, and I took a with an airboat over the Everglades. Just had to. It was so cool. Big 454 engine, twin prop on the back. You're just 60 miles an hour over the water, over the mud, over the land. It was awesome. So it was a lot of fun. I loved, but any state where the wildlife on the side of the road can kill you, as much as I love fishing, it ain't for me. I mean, squirrels don't kill you here. Deer can, but that you're driving your car when that happens. A lot of deer. Oh my goodness, we have so many deer. And raccoons and squirrels and chipmunks and stuff like that here. That I had a chipmunk sitting on my kayak with me, and I was just talking to him. He was sitting there looking at me while I was launching. And then I had a raccoon one morning. I was putting in the water. He was just sitting there right next to me, and I was talking to the raccoon like, they're great therapists, animals. So, good listeners. When they walk away, you feel, I guess I'm better. So it's a lot of fun. It's 11 o'clock my time. 11 is 2 o'clock your 2 o'clock your guys' time. All right, well, I will wrap this up. So, don't forget to, I know you guys hit subscribe, but, hit the bell notification because I will be giving a lot of stuff away next month. Maybe I'll throw a custom bait in with this. That'll be a lot of fun. That's probably what I'll do. I'll give this away with a custom bait. And I will be giving away more books. And starting next week, I will be doing live broadcasts on painting lures. You can see terrible at airbrushing for a while until I get better. And then I won't be so terrible at airbrushing. I used to be pretty good. So I want to thank you guys for stopping in. Eagle, it's good seeing you, buddy. It really was. It was good seeing you. And let's do a quick little 10-second custom lure intro, and then we'll stop the broadcast. Take care, everybody. You'll see me out on the water and at my paint station. Take care.